This is modern homesteading. So if you want to maintain the soft, supple hands of a gentleman, you need to wear proper gloves. This is a question that I get asked every day. I've been asked this question hundreds of times. Where do you get those gloves? What gloves do you wear? And I have responded in email after email, and so I'm going to shoot a quick video to show you where I get them and why. The best deal I have found on gloves is from Costco. They have this 3-pack. They're the Wells & Lamott premium gloves, and you get 3 pair for, I bought these yesterday, I think it's $18. These gloves, if you find them in your local hardware store, are going to be in about the $15 range for 1 pair. So you're essentially getting 3 pair for $18. And they're fantastic. They come in medium. I think they have small. I don't know if they have small. I think maybe small. Small, medium, large, extra large. I wear a large. On the back of the pack is a really effective guide there, so if you're not sure what size you can wear, just make sure you flip it over. You can lay the palm of your hand on there, and then you can determine what size you wear. So they're great gloves. A lot of questions also about how to take care of them or how do you treat them. Well, I go through them so fast that there's no point of me taking care of them or putting any type of treatment on them. I just wear holes in them. They last maybe a couple weeks for a pair, maybe 3 weeks for a pair, so I never get into that. But, of course, Obenaufs. You keep Obenaufs on them. If you're just kind of a weekend guy, you're going to use them for cutting firewood once in a while, or when you want to do projects around the house. These gloves will last you, this set here will last you for years and years. And just coat them with a nice oil like Obenaufs, and they'll last a long time, if you need to. I just find that I wear them out pretty quick. So, what else? We need to get all of the glove questions out of the way. They're going to be a little bit tight when you first put them on. They always are. And I've noticed that they're a little inconsistent. Sometimes you get some that they're really thick. Sometimes you get some that are really thin. These here are kind of on the thinner side. But excellent. Just excellent gloves, really supple and really soft. They've got that reinforced palm on them, which I like, especially if you're working with winches or cables. Because when I'm running a winch and I'm rolling the cable on the fairlead or something, there's inevitably going to be a little wire sticking out that will just lay you open to the bone. I've had it happen before. It's a terrible thing. And so having that extra layer right there gives you enough protection where that I've never had it go through there. So if you're working with sharper cable, or you need to grab a really bad blackberry or something, I'll grab it right there and keep it on. And many of you have noticed that when I wear gloves, I fold over the wrists. And a ton of questions about that. Why do you do that? I only do it because I don't like it. I like the mobility of it. I don't like having, I guess I don't like having all that leather on my wrist. I don't like the feel of it. So there's no other reason than that. I've heard some guys say, I don't know if some guys, I think I read on a forum one time, a wildland fire forum, some guys were saying that they were taking these gloves and turning them inside out and wearing the softer leather instead of the split leather on the inside, because it prevented blisters. And I just thought, well, I mean, if you're so soft that you're getting blisters from gloves or through gloves, you need to toughen up a little bit and just deal with it. I don't think that I've had people ask me about that, and that seems to be circulating around, but I don't know about that. I wouldn't do it. It just seems weird, because it's, the problem with that split leather is it really attracts mud. And it's going to grab mud and dirt and thistles and stickers much more than the smoother side is. And pretty soon you're going to have these big mitts that are just covered with mud and branches and sticks and stuff. So I think that that's a bad idea. Also, it's going to wick water much worse than the smooth glove. That would be a reason to put Obenaufs on. I might even try that. It's a little bit wet and frosty. So early in the morning when I'm working, a lot of things that I grab are wet, and pretty soon your gloves get really wet. That's what's nice about having the 3 pair is I'll just continue to rotate them and grab a dry pair and sit them by the stove and let them dry out. But maybe I will. I'll put some Obenaufs on these and see if that will definitely help to waterproof them. And they're not going to be waterproof, but they're certainly not going to soak up as much water and get wet and cold and uncomfortable. But these, I've wore these for years, and I think that they're fantastic. They're some of the best gloves I've worn for the money. They're not up to the standard of the gloves we got with the Wildland Service. Those government issue gloves, I don't know where to find them, I wish I could, are the best. But they're a lot thicker and you don't have the dexterity. These are actually, as you can see, really nice, form-fitted, and I have good dexterity. I can do very small detailed work. They don't shrink, or they don't get real big. They don't seem to shrink real bad as long as they're taken care of, and they're excellent gloves. So if you're looking for a good pair, go to Costco, and it is the best deal. It's a smoking deal on an excellent glove. So hope this answers your questions, and we'll see you in the next video. Oh!